Hey guys, it's me Brian from Team Black Sheep, and this is the brand new Matrix AGM S&T MG42. Gonna wear my Flecktarn just because it's a German gun, and I guess why not? Okay, first off, it's made by AGM. It's sold on evic.com under Matrix. That's where we got it from, Evic. Super fast delivery. And S&T is basically like a hub. So you guys might want to look into that instead of spreading all these crazy rumors about stuff. Okay, cardboard box, pretty sturdy. Don't really need like a fancy box because you're just going to throw it away anyways. You have the foam and pretty good packaging on inside, so it's not going to have any problems. Let me just go ahead. You have miscellaneous foam cut out from how they sent it. Okay, you have the manual. It's pretty cool. You have like an English version, and then you have a Chinese version, which is, I believe it's Chinese, I don't know, even though Airsoft is illegal in China, but in case you're gonna play there. Okay, so you have the manual. You have this part. A lot of you guys might lose this. Please do not lose this. This is the super valuable BB feed tray that goes from the box or the drum mag to your gun. I overlooked this. I'm like, ooh, don't lose that. Okay, you have the bipod. Bipod is fucking badass. Hold on, let me go get a magnet. Okay, I'm back and I have my ICS 3000 motor. And I'm gonna do the whole, let's see what's steel, let's see what's pot metal, and let's see what's wood. So this will help. Okay, this part's plastic. It's kind of obvious. Okay, the bipod, as I was saying, it's pretty badass, and you can work out with it, or you can see that it's a good amount of steel. It feels light, but the one thing, the actual latch system should be pot metal. I mean, should be steel, but it's actually pot metal. But it's fine as long as you don't fall with the gun. Everything else being steel, you're probably gonna break an arm instead of break this. So I don't see a problem. It's pretty cool. You can adjust it as so, kind of like you would on the real one, and you have the little tabs up here to latch into the heat shield, so you can have it out of the way. The one thing you'll notice when it comes in the box, you have it threaded, and you want to probably tighten it. I'm gonna do Loctite on mine just to hold it in place, but mostly for storage. Otherwise, it'd take up too much room. So, and also I'm gonna do a video. Basically, here's a stock form, and then I'm going to upgrade it to make it the true Hitler's buzzsaw. And I think that's going to be like 30 a second. And yeah, you're probably saying, that's stupid, Polar Star is so much better. But being that it's a long gun, support gun, and MG42, it'd be pretty cool. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So, yeah. Okay, then you have the drum mag. The drum mag is pretty cool. It opens like so. And you can put about 2,000 BBs in there, according to the Evic site. 2,000, the manual is like 2,500, so 2,000 and you're fine. It does use a 4-cell battery pack of AA's. And talking to Sparky, who works at Gearbox, he says that since it's like a servo, can't really bump it up to 9.6 battery to have it basically spin faster. So I'll see what happens when I get to like 30 or so a second. Basically, you pull the trigger, and kind of like all the other main support guns out there, you pull the trigger, it's auto-winding. There's no voice, there's no pressure pads. It's, you pull the trigger, it winds at the same time. So there's that, 10-15 shot delay at the first beginning, and after that you have continuous feed, which is pretty awesome. So, and the little parts, the handle, steel, everything is steel. It's pretty good. You have the cool little feature, this little tab open up, and oh, get out of there. Hold on. You have this feature, so you can basically have it locked into the side of the gun. The BB tube, I'm going to put heat shrink on this so I don't get dust and everything in there, being in California, it's so dusty and just a desert. And that is pretty cool. and I'll show you how it locks in place. But little feature like this, it's actually, I like this. Okay. Hot metal. The wood is not steel. Not a big fan of that. It should be steel. Just joking. So the stock, it's pretty cool. And if you look on the manual and online, they say you can use all kinds of batteries. I was excited I was going to use Echo 1 LiPo and stick it in there, but it's a bit too tight. You have this little collar, or like a kind of a, yeah, it doesn't fit. So that kind of sucks. But, you know, I can use little buffer tubes. That means you can use all kinds of buffer tube LiPos. You know, you have the King Arms, you have the Tenergy, you have all kinds, so you can pop these in here. And you don't really have a lot of room in the back of the gun, so it's going to be kind of tricky. I'm going to probably go to the hobby store and see if we can find something smaller than this, but more powerful, and maybe like, I don't know, maybe if I can find a 14-volt buffer tube type LiPo, that might work. But I will keep you guys updated on the video progress of the buzzsaw gun. Okay, then you have a charging handle. Did not see how to install this on the manual, but I will show you guys. And it's cool, it's steel, has a lot of little intricate parts. I would suggest don't manhandle this, you might break it, but I doubt it just because it's made out of steel. So I will show you how to put that in. Hopefully it'll help you. I got some BBs, and I'm not BS or anything. There's a random brown BB in there. I don't know if the factory that makes this, if they make BBs, and how BBs can bounce. So it could have jumped out of one container to another one. But I would suggest not using the BBs that come in any airsoft gun, just because, you know, use Mad Bull, KSC, Echo 1, you know, those kind of BBs, even Airsoft Elite BBs, those are pretty awesome. The ones that come with the gun, eh. Okay, here's the rifle. And you do have to assemble this, so let me go ahead and... Okay, for the charging handle, you're going to notice you have this knob, and then you have a handle that basically you rack like that. So what you're going to have to do is look here, insert, and then you will see, I don't know if you can see that, basically it will line up so you can basically charge it forward. And I noticed that this little hook is supposed to go always forward to the rivet plate, so you can latch it and lock it in place, and then when you basically get a chamber round, you rack it back and it stops on this little hook. That's fine. It might just be a piece of plastic up front that's hitting that stop bar, so that's minor. It's not really going to go anywhere, especially once you put the stock on. The stock would be kind of tricky. You put the wire or the battery in, and you have all this, not a lot of extra room with the wires, but enough that you can kind of go like this. Make sure you don't pinch any wires, that'd be bad. Lock it in place. So I have maybe a 2-inch by 2-inch cube in the front section right here, and that's also where the spring guide, so it's like, it could get tricky, but I will do my best to make it work out. So, okay, cool. Stock on, can rack this back. Oh, almost got it. Okay, cool. Oh. The handguard, it looks like steel, feels like steel, but I think it's like a pot metal. That's fine. And the outer barrel is pot metal. A lot of airsoft guns are pot metal barrels, just to do to imports, because you can't really have steel barrels unless it's like that new E&L, which they have the proper paperwork, and I think LCT, but that's a whole nother story. So okay, this is crucial. This is steel. That's good because it locks in for your box mag. Otherwise, if this is pot metal, it would break. So this being pot metal, it's fine. It's not going to break. A lot of you guys on the internet you know, will say this and that, but it's fine. Okay, you have a front peg and a spring-loaded peg. Kind of tricky. Like that, boom. So now you can go just shooting. Okay. Have front side post, flip up rear, and you have adjustments. It's pretty cool. It goes out to 2,000 meters, I guess. Whatever. It's airsoft. You're only gonna be engaging like 300 feet unless you R-hop this and you can engage at 400 or so. Okay, then you have this, I believe, is for anti-air spot here. Sparky has one, the Ultima, and he has the aircraft sight. This part moves, and it looks like it'd be to take out the flash hider, but it looks like it's pinned in place. There's a blind pin right there, and California friendly orange tip. Okay, cool thing. This, I like this just because it opens. You know, you could say, oh, that's stupid, you know, it doesn't, you can't take the barrel out. But if you think about it, if you take the inner and outer barrel out, like look at the 249s, I've seen countless times where people will do that for their Airsoft 249, and then their hop-up gets twisted or it falls out. And I think this, looking at how it is, it's probably a better design that it doesn't come out, just because you have the hop-up unit bolted into the front of the gearbox. So one, it gives you good air seal. Two, it's not going to go anywhere. You know, if you guys have your M4 hop-up and it's wiggly and it goes forward, you lose compression. This is going right there. It's going to be nice and stable. So I think having the barrel fixed is better. I know, like, I think the G&G one has that where you can take it out. That's cool, but I just see that as more problems and more wear over time. So I don't know, little things like that, that's just cool, especially if you're a collector. And also the price for this one, I think it's gonna be cheaper than the G&G one, so I don't know, don't quote me, but that's pretty cool. The one thing I've noticed is the bipod is pretty squirrely. As you can see, it like, but I know how, like, if you watch YouTube videos, how this thing shoots, you kind of have to have that play for just the recoil, so that's fine. Let me go ahead and install the box mag and show you. First off, you're gonna have a little wire in the bottom. Use your pinky finger and gently pull this out. Bam. Be careful for the little plugs. You can replace this if you want with like the mini Deans or anything like that, but the ones it comes with, it's just thin plastic like you'd find on most small electronics. So just be gentle. Okay, box mag. Say that it's open. Okay, cool. Pour your BBs in. Close it. Latch this. Okay, latch like so. See, now it won't pop out, and he folds those out of the way. Boom. Okay, now you're probably saying, how do I install this? This is kind of tricky, but bear with me. Essentially, you have a hook here and a latch here. The hook in the front grabs on here, just underneath. And then the back section grabs under here. This is basically kind of like a hook like so. Boom. So go ahead and line this up, and you will have BBs coming out. I noticed this one has a lot of BBs coming out, and it latches in pretty easy sometimes. Okay, cool. I had trouble with it last night, and it was just, it seemed to like not catch on the back section, but you'll notice once it's in place that yes, BBs will come out. Okay, let me get it ready. So it's in place now, and I do have to say this is a much sturdier design than like what you see with the 249s, it's plastic box mag, the M60, which is still like a plastic cardboard, and even the 240, which is like a cardboard canvas, but it has like an aluminum frame. They all do, but it's just like this and the PKM are pretty badass how they're they're on there good. It's basically steel on steel. It's attached. It's not going to go anywhere. So I like this. Okay, then you have this part. You basically have a tube, spring, self-explanatory, kind of like goes in there like so. Cool. You know, done. Okay, and I already shot this. It's good. You know, it shoots like all airsoft guns. You know, I used chrono and BBs, and I'm shooting about 400. You know, 400 FPS. And with a little, with this little LiPo, I was getting about 15, 16 a second. That's fine. So overall, it's a pretty awesome gun. I can't wait to field it. Well, first I have to like upgrade and fine tune it, and like work on the gearbox. If you notice, you see like it looks like a 9mm variant. Hopefully it's 8mm, so I can use like modified ceramics. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this all apart and upgrade it and make it a badass rifle, just because I like this gun. So hope you guys like this. If you guys have any questions, you know, it's going to be here hanging out with all my other support guns. So comment below and say, how long is the barrel? Well, actually the barrel goes to here. It's about 600 millimeters. So probably going to go with like one of those Mad Bull stainless steel barrels. Pretty awesome, so you don't have any barrel wiggle. So yeah, other than that, this gun is awesome. I know everybody else on the team is excited about it. So, well, let me just shoot over there. This is a closed environment in my backyard, so don't worry. I'm not shooting at any hard targets. Come on, get in there. Don't fail me now. There we go. Okay, lock that in. Also, it's a nice crisp. There is wiggle, that's fine, just how it is. But even the Ultimo version is like that. Okay, so press this down. I'm going to type up that in a bit. Okay, cool. For the Airsoft version, you don't have to charge it, but it looks cool. Okay, shoot. Okay, so basically I fired 10 BBs. It's empty, blank, and then now they're being auto-fed. So it's pretty cool. Okay, you have safety, locks it, safety's off. Trigger pull is very, very short. It's pretty cool. Okay. Just unplug this bad boy. Okay, now let's talk about this. Say if I want to adjust the hop up and I'm on the field and someone bumps me like while I'm crouching behind cover. This thing is gonna go flying. So I'm gonna go ahead and in my like upgrade video, I'm gonna show you like what I've done. Most likely I'm going to get some zip ties, drill some holes. I have some, it's thin plastic, that's fine. Drill some holes and zip tie it so it'll be one uniform piece, so it will move as one like that. So then I could lift up, adjust my hop up, which is right here, slide back and forth. It looks kind of like a modified AK-47 hop up, and it looks like it's made out of metal. So, and you have a brass barrel, and it's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. So many babies. You have the brass barrel, you have this heavy duty spring pressing the hop up against the gearbox, and then the screw bolted in, so it's not going to go anywhere. The spring's kind of like redundant, but I like that. Okay, the gearbox is a giant brick gearbox. It's not a standard 249. It's not a M60 or anything like that. You do have a quick change spring. I notice it is kind of tricky. It's not a solid piece of metal like how you see like the M60s 249s, where it's a solid piece and they bore out the hole for the spring and it's nice smooth sliding in. This is actually thin walls to, like, I guess, remove excess material, and it was kind of tricky to take the spring guide out. I used like a long screwdriver, press it forward, lift this up. Same thing as a M60 249, but it just seemed a little more tricky. But other than that, I do like the space up here. So if I want to put a MOSFET in here or in the front, you know, I can do that. And I was even thinking of putting like one of those, like the Mad Bull tracer hop-up LEDs in here. So if I wanted to, I don't know, there's a lot of room in here, so sorry for rambling. So, okay, with that being said, I actually like this. It's cool. It's much cheaper than the Ultima and the Shoei version. Teammate Sparky has the Ultimate version. It was like $2,500 bucks in Airsoft Extreme. That was crazy at the time, and that was just like a kit, and they put it together and had like some Rui parts. But this being, I think it's like 500 retail. Yeah, 500 retail for this, and can't really complain. You know, I like how nowadays you have this for the World War II reenactors, and then you have like the ZB30, and then you have some Car 98s, and you have, I think it's a 1903 Springfield. That's pretty awesome. I have one of those, well, real one, but now I can get the Airsoft version. And I think it's like this year it's for the World War II Airsofters, so hopefully you guys are excited. I'm excited, but just kind of like still giggly about this. So yeah, this has been Brian from Team Black Sheep. Make sure you guys subscribe, tell your friends, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below if you have any more questions. You know, I could look into this. And make sure you guys do subscribe, because I will have a video of, here's the stock one, I'm going to take all the stock parts out and then put in like aftermarket parts and show you. I'll probably do like a quick video before and after. You know, that'd be later on, like a week or 3 weeks, I don't know. But you want to subscribe for that. That would be cool. And yeah, don't forget our contests and everything we have on our Facebook and our YouTubes. So hope you guys like this video review. I like this gun, and I guess see you guys on the field. See ya. Bye.